Growing up, my family always had real Christmas trees. Not the kind that were cut off a few inches from the ground, but the kind with the roots still attached that we had to keep in a big tub and water so it wouldn't dry out. Every year after Christmas was over, my dad would take our tree and plant it at the side of our driveway. We lived in a house that sat on a hill and was well off the road, so our driveway was long. As I got older, I became more aware of the growing row of trees and the memories they kept alive year after year. Now I'm grown and have a house and family of my own. I thought the tradition that my family had would be a good one to carry on at my new house with my daughter. So last year we searched high and low until we finally found just the right tree. We borrowed a truck from my wife's parents and managed to get the tree into our house and eventually maneuvered it into the living room. We decorated it and left our gifts under it and kept it watered every day until I was able to plant it in our backyard at the beginning of the year. We had the perfect spot, right beside a large pine that the previous owners had planted, possibly for the same reason we were planting this one. We had a vision of rows of pines, each symbolic of a year of our lives together. Even after we planted our tree, we continued to care for it, watering it when we were supposed to, mulching around the roots, making sure it had everything it needed to grow up big and healthy, just like the one beside it. But things didn't go as planned. Not long after we transplanted our tree, the needles started to turn brown. It started looking sickly, but we kept on watering it, kept on caring for it, hoping for a full recovery. Through the spring, even as all the needles lost their color, I was reassured by a friend that pines would lose their needles after you plant them, but they would come back. I held on to that hope, even as the heat of summer came on. Eventually I quit watering our tree. I left it standing, but we all knew the truth. It didn't survive. So today is the day we'll dig it up and say goodbye. And what will go in its place, I'm not sure. But part of me gave up on the plan to collect our Christmas trees, and because of that, I went ahead and planted a row of apple trees in the area we had originally planned for our pines. This would be the perfect spot for another fruit tree, or maybe some ornamental shrub, something that's hardy and doesn't require a lot of attention. But then again, maybe this spot was meant for what we first intended it. Maybe over the years we will develop a small forest of Christmas memories. Right now, I just don't know. But one thing I do know, December is not too far away.